Hi, haven't posted a video in a very long time, and I guess I should make an update, but to be honest, I wasn't posting because the update is basically the same. I'm still doing very bad, if not worse. Sorry, that's my dog coughing or something. And yeah, I'm still doing terrible, still frustrated all the time, still just wondering why a certain thing is flaring at a certain time. And that's pretty much ridiculous. Because, sometimes it's like I have a flare of a certain symptom, then I will have a flare of another symptom, and it doesn't make sense. Sorry, I'm just turning around because I have two dogs with me, and one of them is reactive, and every time I hear something behind me, I need to check it isn't actually someone with a dog or somebody on a bike. Yeah, but yeah, in May, we had a lot of family emergencies, family health issues, and it was really stressful. And also, I reacted to something. I drank something that had added vitamins in it, and it gave me a flare of panic, akathisia. I don't know, because it's not necessarily for me restlessness and pacing, but just insane panic. Like my heart starts pounding like 100 beats per minute just without any reason at all, and I feel a lot of anxiety in my chest and my abdomen, and I just feel panicked. And I had a flare of that, and it lasted a few days. Around the same time, I also my dystonia and abdomen, it started flaring so bad. It came with pain, severe deep aching pain. No idea why. For example, the last 2 weeks I've had barely any dystonia in my abdomen. It just like 1 month I will have something that I feel like it's just going to permanently stay very high, and then it kind of like eases, but something else pops up. And yeah, I've been dealing with another very bad flare the last 2 weeks of neuropathy in my arms, and in general, like everything aches, hurts, feels electric. Really, I don't know. I don't have words anymore, honestly, to describe it. My June wasn't as bad. May was pretty bad because of the dystonia. June was a bit better, and I was able to do stuff, but now that I'm in this another flare, like my arms, they weren't much of a problem in June. I mean, they were a problem, but it wasn't anything like very, very bad. And right now it's horrible again. Like yesterday, it felt like my arms were just falling asleep all over. I did have quite a lot of tests recently. I had an EEG, EMG, ENG, and nothing, as always, has been found. I mean, I have something in my EEG, but it's probably there since I was younger, since I was healthy, because they cannot attribute my symptoms to that anyway. And it's not epilepsy. I don't know what it is, and nobody knows basically. And yeah, but the EMG was fine. This time it was extremely painful. I don't know why, but oh damn, it was horrible. I also had some tests with the cardiologist, but I was told testing for dysautonomia doesn't make sense. I mean, in Poland it's very, very bad. And sorry, I'm looking because there's a deer, I guess, somewhere, and my dogs are acting crazy. You can see them here. That's one. And oh god, where's the other one? Come on, Zoya. Oh, yeah. They're here. Yeah. It's been really disappointing, the visit, the appointment. Normally, I see people in the States, they get evaluated for dysautonomia, and in Poland it's just you cannot even do it where I am. Maybe you can do it in some other cities, but anyway, I won't treat anything, so I'm not going anywhere. And dysautonomia isn't that much of an issue for me. I deal with the chronic pain, electricity, burning, and pain, and dysesthesias in general, so that's something different. I've been feeling down mentally because it's hell. I mean, it's hell. It's like I never imagined my life to be such a bad thing. I mean, from medications, oh god, I don't want to start talking about this again because I've already talked about it. Like, you know, you trust somebody, trust a doctor, and your entire world collapses, and suddenly, you know, nobody believes you that it was, you know, doctors that did that. It's ridiculous. Yeah, my doctor, my neurologist wants to. I mean, he just had me take a lot of blood tests again. This time, like some tests I haven't had yet, and I did the tests, and they, of course, came completely insignificant. Like, you know, everything is just within the normal range, or there's some accidental finding of something that's not really an issue, and it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's just all the stupid med damage. But to be honest, I'm really frustrated because I've been floxed for 6 years. The other meds like made it way worse. But what made me unable to bounce back from it, I have no idea. Like, I have, you know, I look through fluoroquinolone groups and even post there, and people don't really reply. Like, you know, I ask like, is there anyone who's been floxed and they have like progressive issues for years on end? And basically, very few people reply. And honestly, I feel lied to. Like, you know, so you read the forum and people say like, yeah, I got floxed, and you know, the first year was the worst, and then I recovered like 95% or something, or I recovered like 80%, and I'm fine, and you will heal too, blah blah blah. You know, people advising other people, and I'm like, hello, like, there is me who's been deteriorating. I know some of you might say, yeah, but you took something else like that made you worse. I did, but it's not that those people didn't take anything. They can still tolerate a lot of things, and I wasn't able to tolerate them. I don't know why. Like, it's crazy. Like, some people suggested MCAS and CAS, you know, but I don't really have the symptoms. Like, I do react to medications and vitamins and stuff, but this is like neurological, like akathisia type reaction. I mean, panic and stuff. I don't get rushes. I don't react to foods other than marjoram, marjoram or some other herbs. And I don't normally react to normal foods. I don't get any red rushes anywhere. I don't get allergic type reactions. So yeah, I don't think that's it. And of course, yeah, I could try an antihistamine, but you know, having had akathisia, taking anything that's not, you know, absolutely necessary is just a no-go. Yeah, I'm also worried because I need to have some dental work done. I've had a filling break off, and some other tooth needs repairing. I mean, it's nothing like, you know, I don't need a root canal or anything like that, but it's still, you know, it has to be done. And the last time I went to the dentist, I had a horrible flare. And note that I didn't have any anesthesia. It was only, you know, two fillings at one go. So, and the same day I got very worse. Like, I had the akathisia type reaction, and then I had a few weeks of worsening, and then I was still, you know, progressing anyway. So I don't know if it like made me completely destroyed or you know, I was going to get that bad anyway. I don't know. I'm terrified, and yeah, everything's crazy. You know, I'm dealing with depression with this. It's like, oh god, something horrible, because it's nothing I can repair. Like, you know, like somebody has depression from other causes, they, you know, they can go to talk therapy and work on it. And, you know, there are things that will get better, you know. And with this, it's like, you know, I'm in this, you know, diseased body that has these horrible symptoms that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy, even though I have no enemies other than the doctor who prescribed all this crap to me. But yeah, I mean, having depression from chronic pain, chronic illness is like something very, very different, in my opinion, because it's like, this is something you cannot work on. Like, if you're in pain 24/7 every day, then how do you you know, like you cannot really enjoy anything. You cannot really have hope seeing you it's progressing. Like, you know, like technically, what I have, like, I don't have a guarantee that it will progress or get better. Like, there is absolutely no way of knowing how my, you know, neuropathy, whatever this is, will behave in the future. I mean, it's more than neuropathy because of the dystonia, but yeah, you get the point. But, you know, I have no idea how it will go, but it's hard to have any hope left because of, you know, the fact that I will be subject to triggers. Like, you know, normally, like, oh god, you know, stupid ChatGPT, like, you know, it says, yeah, you should stay away from meds, from triggers, blah blah blah. I will have triggers because there will be like viral infections. I mean, respiratory viruses don't do me in, but you know, stomach viruses do. And my daughter will bring something from school when she has to go. Like, she's 3 years old now, but you know, she will go to school at one point. I wanted to actually send her to kindergarten, but it's not going to happen because of the illnesses that are there. I mean, she gets sick anyway, so she will get sick. But you know, it's like I will have to go to the dentist at one point, and you know, it's like I will never be trigger free. And anyway, staying trigger free for a year, it does nothing good for me. Like, I cannot see any healing in that period. It's not like, you know, it would be a different story if I saw that, okay, so I haven't taken anything, haven't had any serious triggers for a year, and I did improve. But this is not the case for me. I don't know. I tried working on my mindset, but it just doesn't work. Yeah, absolutely horrible, you know. And I know, like, you can see me, I went for a walk, but I'm in pain anyway. I'm in pain whether I'm out or inside. Sometimes I'm in such but, you know, pain or symptoms that it's not possible for me to go out. But like, I force myself as much as I can, because otherwise I just stay at home and wallow in my misery. So I don't want to do that. And you know, I want my daughter to have some kind of a life, you know. I don't want her to be stuck with me all day long at home. Like, you know, it's not good. I mean, if I can force myself, then I do force myself. You know, I don't have issues like with my tendons, for example. So that's really weird that, you know, I got so damaged neurologically, but there's absolutely nothing going on with my connective tissues. Or like, I know that's good, yeah, but still, all the other symptoms are horrific, and neurological ones are what freaks me out the most because it's absolutely out of control. Like, you know, I feel like, you know, sky is the limit with this condition. Like, I don't know if there was like an ending point. Okay, so you will get these or those symptoms, and you know, they cannot get any worse, but you know, for me it feels like they can get worse anytime. So yeah, that's my life. Sorry for another depressing video, but yeah, that's just how I'm feeling, and I just didn't want to leave you hanging here. Like, I can see sometimes some people jumping in with comments or something, so I can see that people are actually viewing my videos. But yeah, I mean, I wish I had better news, but I just don't. Yeah, in terms of symptoms, I would say that my mouth, tongue, and my arms are the most consistently affected places. It's like, I don't know, neuropathy must have hit me there the worst, but this is weird because my mouth didn't get affected until a few years into this. Like, I would say like 2 years ago, suddenly I started having, at first, just mild tingling, and then it just, like, within a few months it just exploded. No idea why. It was the same with dystonia, in my abdomen especially. And yeah, my tongue, like, I can, like, comparing to a few months ago, it's way worse. It just feels like one side, especially the left side, it just feels like it's tingling a lot, like burning, like it feels hot, but it's not painful to touch. It's just like it hurts deep in somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, and the same thing is like with my teeth and gums at the back of my mouth, especially on the left. And like, my left arm has always been worse. But with my arm, it's like my arm was the first place that was affected, but it started as a mild tingle in my skin right after Cipro. But you know, right now it's like It's terrible. And it also like exploded, I would say, after I gave birth. After, yeah, like, you know, with the when the hormones were settling, then everything, like most of the issues I'm dealing with now just exploded. And but you know, I wouldn't say this was because of the fact that I was pregnant, and you know, pregnancy did something, but it's more, I would say that probably it would have just started flaring, getting worse, you know, earlier if it wasn't for the pregnancy. This is what I think, but I'm not sure. Yeah, but you know, yeah, my symptoms are absolutely insane. And you know, the dystonia also hit me. Like now I'm walking and suddenly it hit me in my abdomen. It's just like a tight feeling, some tingling, buzzing, and then it will be just, you know, squeezing, and a tight sensation. Like it can be just in my back, or just my abdomen, or in my back. It will hit my diaphragm. Actually, I had it like in May, when it was flaring really bad, I had a huge flare in my abdomen, and it was like my diaphragm would spasm and clench me, and I was like, you know, bent in half, and I would have so much issues with so many issues with my digestive tract. Like, because it wasn't because of like something, because of dysautonomia, no, it was because of the fact that, you know, my abdominal like my external muscles, you know, the skeletal muscles were cramping. They were cramping so bad that they started affecting my digestion, and I would get nauseous. I would feel like you know, there were moments during the day where I couldn't really eat, but it wasn't digestive at all. Like everything worked. Like, you know, if I ate something, it would just behave as normal. But you know, I felt awful, and it still does happen when I get hit in my abdomen. It can flare. It's insane. Yeah, yeah. There are more things, but just, yeah. If I were to talk about all my symptoms right now, I would just be talking for an hour. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that will be all from me today. Yeah, I just wanted to make the update because of the fact that I wasn't updating anyone for such a long time, and I hope that if you're also a person who's been affected by meds, fluoroquinolones or other meds, I hope you're doing better and actually healing. Yeah. Okay. So bye.